Alrighty, traders, welcome to today's market update. John Howell here with you. I'm going to be looking at the gold, bit of an update on gold, silver, the silver and gold mining stocks, look at the stock market, plus also want to touch on oil as well too. And also there is one oil stock that I'm actually in, and I want to share with you what that is, that one oil stock, and share with you the reasons why I got into it and so on and so forth. So let's get straight into it, guys. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, let's get straight into it. So one thing I want to share with you is let's actually start off with gold here first. So gold to me right now it's like the last few days. If I bring up the last few days, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of continuing to build these slowly, just slow pullback here. Now it's very, very, very interesting to see that here because you can see that around, if I bring up my good old resistance and support lines, you can see how this resistance line probably up through there somewhere. This is indeed a strong level of resistance, and it's really having just a hard time. And we've definitely had a strong move up. We had a flush down, then we had a strong move up, and then we had a sideways pullback. And from this sideways pullback, you can see here that we've had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of not really much going on through here. So the really interesting thing that I'm seeing through here is that we've got this strong move down and this V bottom. So it's going to be, where are we going to break here? Because if I look at this big long-term picture, like we are towards what I call 80% of the pattern, right? 80% here. We've got this 80% of this triangle pattern, right? You can see how we're squeezing up into this level through here. And then we've got this squeezing up through here. We had a bit of a breakdown, and now we're actually still holding around here. So my biases right now, based on what this market is telling me, is to the upside. And the reason why is because this breakout to the downside was a false breakout of the triangle pattern. And then now because of that, we're now likely to see a move up. So I wouldn't be too surprised if this gold chart here did indeed start to see a break up like that, and then a move forward from there. And it's actually quite interesting. I've been watching this hourly chart here for quite some time, and I've been waiting for a very nice, good, solid breakup bar like that. If we can get that, that's going to be the start of probably a really, really, really nice move to the upside. But I want a bit more confirmation about that there. So I'm actually in gold for you guys for that. Also looking at silver, and the metals have just been like, you know, they had the flush down, then they had the move up, and then they went to sleep. That's like, night, ma, wake me up in a week. It's like, okay, night. So we can see what's happening here with silver as well too, right? You can see how silver's just been really just pretty much lackluster. This is the hourly chart, really not, just it's gone to sleep, all right? I'm not sure if that's because of the holidays that's coming up soon, but it's really just really gone to sleep here. So are we about to see and that's always the interesting thing about silver. Silver is not following. This is where, if you're trading gold and silver, trading based on their own merits, gold is creating a bullish pattern. Silver is in a complete downtrend. Isn't it funny? Sometimes we're in a complete upward trend, like the stock market. People are like, oh, I'm going to short it because I'm going to pick the top. It just keeps going up, right? Right now, guys, we're probably on silver. There's probably a good chance that we're probably going to continue this downward trend here. So not really much going on through there. Let's have a look at. Let's actually start off with the SIL, the silver mining sector, and we can see how the silver mining sector. If I zoom right in just a little bit here, you can see around that $39 level had a lot of support here. We broke down, came back up, and now we're coming back down now and around this level of support, and now we've just come back up, and now we're just going sideways. You can see how I've got this trend line through here. This is like my line in the sand type sort of thing, and really the $39 is a line in the sand. But if I go to my hourly chart, this trend line here, right? We have a move up, made a higher low, move up. Are we about to make another higher low and we start to see another move up on this hourly chart on the SIL, which indeed will start to see us do something like, this is actually really similar to what oil did today. Do we do something like that? And then guess what? And then we start to see a move to the upside. So not really much happening for the last few days, but we just need to be patient and watch this thing unfold. But I do see this breakout here pattern is this break to the downside and then come back up above this resistance line is quite powerful. So there's still a real good probability we're now likely to head on our way back up to around that $45 to possibly $50 level. So SILJ is doing pretty much the same sort of thing there, as you can see. That'll be the trend line through there. You can see how we had this low point through here, came back down, came back up, found this. Let's actually just bring this up a bit closer. Right, found that support, and now we're just going up, and now we're just going sideways. This SILJ chart is actually really, it's in a bit of a do or die situation. The reason why is because this point through here, this is like a bit of a breakdown, but then it got back up, and now we're holding here. So do or die. Do is we do that, and then we do. We do this like that. Guess what? Die. Right, it's probably going to die. So SILJ, and this is where like it's going to be really interesting. I believe it's probably going to be to the upside, but I could be wrong. I've only been wrong once in my lifetime, so so that could be the second time. I'm wrong a lot. Thank God for risk management. But as you can see, right, we have a support level here, come back down, come up, hit resistance, come back down, and now we're just backing off here, right? We're backing off into this overall sort of sideways movement. It's, guys, I tell you right now, like, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong, he's coming to town. And Donkey Kong's either going to come here and pick it up and break out of this triangle pattern and then see a very nice move to the upside. Or Donkey Kong says, you know what? You can shove that bullish right up your backside, mate. I'm going to trample over this thing. Boom, 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 boom. And it just breaks down and we just go for a move to the downside. Donkey Kong, what you going to do with the GDX? The GDXJ broke below its support level. Now look what's happening. Really, we're right at this level of support here. So do or die, do, right? Look what's happening here. So we've got this is the major, this is actually, this point through here, guys, just so you know, is actually a major level of support. Look at this. This is that line. For the last couple of years, has been a pretty significant support. Now, if I zoom back in again, and zoom right up close to here, so we can get a bit more close up and personal with the good old GDXJ, give her a bit of a kiss on the cheek. But if she starts to turn on you, just walk away, okay? Guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Don't put up with shit. All right, there's plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. So, right, I'm giving her a bit of a kiss on the cheek right now, but if she starts to turn like that, guess what? I'm walking away. See you later, right? You can go, you know, give someone else your bullshit. The women are disliking the video right now as I speak. Dislike. It's probably Heather, my darling. You're one of my most loyal supporters, and I appreciate your support. Do not click the dislike button, Heather. All right. I know where you live. I'm coming for you. So we have this low through here, but we had this really significant support through here. Support, which is now we found support, but there's also a lot of resistance. And look what's happening here. Resistance. The do or die is on, right? We had a little higher low and we broke up. Now we're just going sideways. I would really, it's like, we do that? Oh, do. And then suddenly she does that. She's like, she's turned on you. She's like, you know, she's just been a bitch to you. Just walk away, all right? And then just let her go for a while. Just let her go, okay? It's all right. You can always re-enter a bit later on if you're in it right now, all right? Just let her go. You can re-enter a bit later on. Stock market. S&P 500 is actually, look at the S&P 500. That's really, really, really strong. And for what was happening with the S&P 500, this good old wedgie, right? The good old whooshka, right? The wedgie. The S&P 500 here, this chart, as I'm bringing it up through here, look at this here. Is that it there? Probably just put it down through there somewhere. That's roughly that anyway. So you can see how we've had this wedgie squeezing up through here. And so many people over the last probably week, I've been saying, look at this wedgie. They're like, John, rising wedge is bearish. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going long then because most of you guys are bearish. That's one thing I love about doing YouTube, by the way, guys, is that because I have no idea what's going to happen. You're going to ask me, John, so you definitely know what's going to happen? No one does, right, Pumpkin? All right? Settle down. Sit down and just trade the markets, okay? Let's have some fun. It's going to be all right. But the good thing about doing YouTube is that if I do a YouTube video and I read the comment section and I see like 80% of you guys are freaking out about something, then guess what? I'm going to be doing the exact opposite. And that's actually... I actually did this with, by the way, this is actually one of the things I used to get into the QQQ, by the way. Look at this back here. Right? I saw this back here, and as QQQ was going through here, people were like, oh, John, what are you talking about? You know, Nasdaq's falling through the floor. Market's going to crash. Market's going to top, blah, 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 blah. Right? And then when we got up here, to me, I knew I had a target, a much, much higher target in QQQ, or the Nasdaq. And I'm like, here we go. And then I looked at some of my YouTube comments from the last few days, and they're like, oh, it's going to be a false breakout. That's it. The top's in. The The bar is like, here we go. Crash, crash. And I'm like, I'm going long. Back to the S&P 500. But if I zoom in, right, the wedgie hasn't been this way, guys. One of the most important lessons that I've had to learn the hard way, unfortunately, right? I'm going grey, guys, all right? Going grey. That's okay. Let me just stick to my colour. Especially with this damn lockdown in Sydney. My goodness. Can some of you guys just come down to the Sydney folks and, you know, get the pepper spray for the for the boys in the blue and the boys in the green? Can you believe that? I go for a walk down in the park and there's people saying that they're getting $500 fines just for walking around the park in the sun. Golly. Anyway, I digress. Back to the markets, okay? So we have this here. We have a low point through here. We have a higher low through here, okay? You can see what's happening here. We're moving up, but look what's happened here. We actually broke out of this wedgie, right? Right? The elastic band broke and we got to the upside. Look what happened here. Broke up. Look how now it's holding. We had all this level of resistance, and now look at it. It's holding and holding and holding. So, right? Away we go. Now, guys, away we go. I've always had, like, I honestly see coming into the rest of this year, guys. How many months do the rest of this year left? Do we have left? September, October, November, December. 4 months. 4 months. I see a 5,000 print coming in the next 4 months. And maybe, just maybe a 5,400 print. I don't know. We'll see what happens there, right? But that's why I'm actually long the S&P. And the same for the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is definitely in a very, very nice upward swing. And as I said before, guys, because of what the Nasdaq's doing, I got into the QQQ back here. And look at this, just been beautiful. My options are up over 100%. Now, if it pulls back, my options are not going to be that anymore. They're probably going to go down, but that's okay. But my options are up. Options ever since this point here are up over 80%, and I see a 17,000 print happening by the end of this year. And we're just, as you can see, what happened here with the Nasdaq. We went through this sideways period, which what I call a resting phase, and then we're just starting to break out now. So this resting phase that we got here, I see the Nasdaq starting to run towards this level here by year end. And guys, as you know, like I've had this target for quite some time now, and it's a target that I've always had. So that's what I'm seeing through there when it comes to the good old stock market. Now let's have a look at oil. All right, I'm actually quite bullish with oil here. Look at this here, oil. Now, if you guys have been following me for the last few weeks, you know that I've talked about the slingshot pattern, right? The slingshot pattern, where we get a little false breakout. For you guys that are new here, welcome. It's like, if you're new, you're like, who is this crazy mofo? That's okay. You will learn to love me. You watch. Just stick with me and I'll teach you the absolute truth about this market. All right. A false breakout is where the market breaks down. Oh, John, it's called a false breakdown. Okay. It's breaking out. Okay. So we false breakout to the downside and then suddenly we hold and we get straight back above it like that really quickly. This is what the market loves to do, to just flush out the weekend, and then we probably do this, and then away we go. Look what happened here on oil. Now I'm looking at the USO, but this is the same setup for the oil chart, okay? Now look at this here. We can see that we had this major level of support, okay? So here we go through here. All right, so we had this lot of resistance back here around the $46 level on USO. We had the support level here. Support, broke down, and then flushed back up. Now, what did we create? Firstly, we created a move down and a move back up, which is a slingshot pattern. You can see it actually broke below the support and got straight back above it. Now, slingshot is now creating V-bottom action. And now we're having a little gap up today. So it's actually, oil actually had a very, very, very good bullish update today. And you could see how that I see oil probably starting to make a very nice move to the upside since we've just gone through this bit of a sideways phase through here. Now, there's a lot of oil stocks out there, guys, but the one that I really like and I'm in already. So, guys, I got in based on a pattern on this chart. So don't just be getting in right now, okay? It's too late. Let me go. Oxy. Right, this actually could be a $40 or $50 stock. I could be wrong, but that's just by analysis. But as you can see here, the exact same thing that I talked about with the slingshot pattern. Guess what? See this here? See how we had the false breakout and then we got back in? We got back into it. Guess what? Bam. Now look what's happening. Came up, had a bit of a pullback, and now today had a very nice update. So I just see Oxy probably likely to get to the top of this channel. In fact, maybe even higher. I bought a long-term option on this one here for the rest of this year because I see Oxy probably having a run to 32 and probably more, and then I have a target up there at $42 on the good old Oxy chart there. But my first target for Oxy is 30 and then 42. But like any position that I get into, guys, and I am in this position, this actually could be a losing trade for some unknown reason. Something happens with the oil industry, and then I start to get something like that out of this level here, and guess what? It's going to be a losing trade for me. So there's no guarantees on anything. If I say this has a good probability, it's like some of you guys here, it's like, okay, John said a high, massive probability we're going to get to $32. I'm going all in, YOLO. And it's like, it does have a massive probability, but guess what? No certainties. So the number one thing you must do, actually, you know what? Look at this here. This is what I teach all my clients. And by the way, my private clients, oh my goodness, they are absolutely crushing it. My goodness. I've got them really focused got them really focused on just sort of one approach and now they just, all of them are just crushing it. They're trading the crypto market. They're trading in the Australian stock market. They're trading options. They're looking at the Forex and futures markets. In the last sort of week, they've been posting all their trades on the Facebook group. Oh my goodness, my private clients are absolutely crushing it. So, oh my goodness. So I'm just so proud of them. All you guys, right? All you guys are just incredible. So if you, my my coaching program is actually closed, but if you do want to be able to, if you want to apply for it, you can. You just email me and then I'll see if I can book a call with you and then we'll see what we can do there. But it is closed right now, but I'll see what I can do to fit you in if you are interested in becoming a private coaching client with me, where I'll coach you every single week and share with you my strategies and all that sort of stuff. So just email me and then I'll see what I can do from there. But we could see here, right? Like with my private clients, I teach them there's the three steps. The first one is the system / pattern, right? All of these, right, is like, what pattern are you trading? And I promise you, if you don't have at least one pattern you're trading consistently, then what I like to call your trading is your bullseye. What is your bullseye, right? So you have this here, and then we have this here, and then we have this here, and then we have this here. Okay, so this is for you guys. This is what I teach my private clients all the time. Okay, what's that bullseye? What does that bullseye trade look like for you? Now, it may only appear once a week. Heck, you may only get a few times a month trade. But what if that few times a month, it had like a 90% probability of achieving a certain target almost, you know, again, 90% of the time it's going to achieve even a short-term target, right? A real good, what I call cash flow generator trade. Real good short-term target, not holding on for months and months. But what if you had that? Again, that's exactly what I teach my private clients. That's the pattern I teach them. But I teach them exactly the pattern, right? What is the pattern? What is the system? But it's really the pattern, right? So the pattern, it's like called SERP, right? S, R, and then P. So the first thing is that the S stands for system. What sort of system are you trading? The system just really represents what sort of pattern are you trading? What does it look like exactly on the charts that you're comfortable with? What does that look like for you? Okay, that's the first thing. Because if there's no consistency, if you cannot be consistent at trading one setup, then don't expect to make consistent results out of the markets. Makes sense, right? So that's the first thing. Then the same risk, right? The same risk. I always tell my clients that every single time you need to have the exact same risk every time. This is the 3 steps here, okay? That's the same pattern, it's the same risk, and it's the same profit target every single time. So every time you get and if you can do something like this is the reason why I've just really simplified the process for my private clients, and now they're just crushing it. Because why? They have the same pattern that they're trading. The same. What does it look like? Then they're applying the same risk, and they know exactly when they're entering. They know exactly their risk, and they know exactly what the profit target is every single time. And now, boom, they're crushing it. Anyway, so amazing. But anyway, guys, even if you guys don't do anything with me at all, even if you don't, get that free trading course with the link below and so on and so forth, even if you don't do something like that, this is the 3 steps you must do if you want to master the art of trading. Step 1, what is your bullseye pattern? That bullseye pattern simply means like, what is that like? Yeah, here we go. Cool. That's it there. Every single time have the same risk. I like to have no more than 2% risk on my account. Sometimes even 1% risk, right? I just try to keep my risk so small. Because if it is a losing trade, cool, right? But I try to keep it really small. And then the same profit. If you could do this, or if you could do this, same pattern, the same risk, and the same profit, and have a really good successful pattern, that's where you can absolutely start to crush these markets and actually start to do really well, okay? So it's not about you being lucky or know the insider secrets or knowing exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, because guess what? No one knows exactly what's definitely going to happen tomorrow in the markets. No one does. You don't need to know, okay? What you need is the same pattern that you like, because there's no one magical pattern out there that's going to make you money every single time. Please accept that, okay, guys? If some of you guys are looking for that system that's going to make you money every single time, that's not how trading works. That's not the laws of trading. So stop looking for something that is just simply not there, and that's stopping you. But there is massive probability setups, like I teach my clients, which gives you a massive success rate, keeps your risk low, and knows exactly what the profit target. Same pattern, same risk, same profit. And guess what? Rinse, recycle, repeat, and crush the markets. And then after that, if you want to start to let your profits run and start to look for big profits and so on and so forth, then you can start to do that. But initially, have a foundation of you moving forward, and then guess what? That's how you're going to crush it. And that's the same with all my private clients. It's just, yeah. And I had one of my private clients come to me, and he was just like not listening to me and not doing what he's supposed to do. So I just simplified the process to him, and now he's just so happy now, and I can see he's just going to have an incredible finish at the end of the year. So anyway, guys, that's a little update for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me an SRP, system risk profit, or just give me an SRP in the chat box below if you really enjoyed this, and to show me that you're the top percenters who actually finish these videos and confuse the hell out of everyone else. Speak to you soon, guys. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new Breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.